So this is short. This is just a short discussion or introduction of this new lesson. So it is all about reports. So it's all about kinds of reports. Okay, so what are those kind of reports? So this is just a 9 slide presentation lang naman. So first, syempre the word report. Okay, so what comes to your mind upon hearing the word report? Anyone? Ano yung una pumapasok sa isip natin kapag naririnig natin yung word na report? Christine?
Sharing some knowledge po.
Again? Again?
Sharing knowledge po.
Knowledge. Okay, so according to Christine, it is a knowledge. I was not able to hear lang no kung ano yung unang word because medyo what I call this one, medyo mahina yung signal siguro. Okay, so what else? Aside from that, Regine, what comes to your mind upon hearing the word report?
Explaining something po, sir.
Okay, explaining something, discussing something. What else? Alexa.
Ano, sir, parang discussing a topic.
Okay, so discussing a topic. So it can be, how about New Jersey? Pag sinabing report.
Lot of things come to mind po.
Again?
Lot of things come to mind.
Okay, so it can be also, what else? How about the others? What comes to your mind upon hearing the word report? Melanie. Melanie? Okay, so how about you, Samantha?
Present po.
Again?
Present.
What comes to your mind upon hearing the word report? Is to present. Okay, so sige, according to Samantha, is to present. Okay, so let's have the last one. Let's hear from Francine. Francine, are you there? What comes to your mind upon hearing the word report?
Wait, ano po, pag narinig ko po yung report, parang napasok po sa isip ko, news, test, updates, ganun.
Okay, very good. So, pag sinabing report, so, according to Francine, ang pupasok sa isip niya is the news, okay, as well as reports. Okay, so it can be. So, pag sinabi natin report, all of your answers are correct. Okay, it is explaining, discussing something. It is about news. This is about, tawag dito, about news updates, of course, to update of the certain occurrence, okay, event or situation that happenings. So all of those no, are characterized as a report. So let us formally define what a report is. So pag sinabi daw reports, these are essential to keep an updated account of an event, situation, and organization. Okay? So, pag sinabing report, so it keep no updated account, okay, meaning timely account of an event, situation, or even an organization. So ano pa? Pag sinabi natin report, so these are documents that wish to inform. So mainly the purpose of report is to inform, to analyze, or to recommend. No, reports are also often expressed through oral presentations or written. So yung report natin, ito yung documents kung saan it must inform, analyze, and recommend. That's why it is being essential kasi nga no, it keeps the records of updated account of an event, situation, or an organization. So sabi daw, it can be expressed through oral as well as written. Okay? So question. So can you give me an example of what written report is? Okay? So example of written reports. Ano kaya mga example of written report? Tingin nyo. Eda. written report?
Ano po, parang journal tsaka mga articles.
Okay, journal and articles. Very good. So aside from that, aside from journal and articles, ano pa ba yung mga written report? Let's have Samantha. Samantha? Ano ba yung mga written reports na tinatawag sa tingin mo? Would you mind to give an example of it? Okay, so Alexa raising her hand. Sige, Alexa.
Documentary.
Okay, so very good. So documentary. So documentary is both can be written as well as oral. Okay, because it's written first bago siya gawing oral. No, so documentary. That's very good. No, that's a report. What else? Ano pa bang sample ng mga written reports? How about you, Clarissa? So Clarissa, are you there? Ano magbigay ka nga ng example of a written report? Again? Again? Clarissa? Okay, so those written reports that you have said are all correct. Okay, the news, not a form of journalism, documentaries. Also, meron tayong tinatawag na report card. Okay, that is a written report pa din. Yung report card, yung inyong SF9, no, the Form 9 of yours, the Form 138, okay, the Form 137, all of those are reports. Okay, also the book report. Okay, those are reports. Okay, so the mga reviews. Okay, so literature reviews, restaurant reviews, okay, all of those can be considered as report. How about oral report? Okay, would you mind to give me an example of what oral report is? Or an example of oral presentation as a report? So would you mind to give me one, Christine? Oral report.
Sir, yung sa mga news po,
Okay, sa mga news, broadcasting or newscasting. Okay, it can be. What else aside from those news? Ano pa kayo yung mga example natin ng mga oral report? Aside from documentaries, of course, syempre that's an oral report. Okay? So examples of other oral report can be speeches. Okay, those conducted in the televisions, radios, as well as films. Okay, all of those are reports. No, one good example is the speech. Okay, that is a report. Let's say, for example, the SONA of a president. No, the State of the Nation address of a president. So that is a kind of an oral report. Okay, so again, report can be written. Also, it can be oral. So, report writing. So, pag sinabi naman natin report writing, of course, syempre, the writing of a report. No, the writing proper of a report. So, report writing daw is making a detailed statement about the company, an event, a situation, and or an occurrence which is based on an observation, investigation, and inquiries. So, sa report writing natin, so pagdating dito sa report writing, it must be detailed. Okay, detailed statement about what? No, about certain situation, about an event. Okay, it can be about your company. Okay, about an occurrence. So, depende dun sa report na gagawin mo. Okay, kung syempre, if it will be about the current situation happening right now, so your report will be about the certain situation or an occurrence. Okay, so if the report is about an event, then an event for your company. When it comes to the tawag dito, report on the sales. Okay, so pwede siya gawin, no? So on these various fields. Okay, so syempre not just merely reporting. So hindi pa pwedeng yung nire-report mo are those hoaxes. So hindi pa pwede, no? But dapat it must be factual. Okay, that's why it must be based in an observation, investigation, as well as inquiries. Okay? So it must be based observation, investigation, and inquiries. So that's why, very good example yung kanina sinabi, which is the documentary or documentary. Okay, so yung mga documentaries, no? Let's say for example on the GMA 7, no, there are a lot of documentaries, no, made by the different anchors, the different journalists there. Okay, so very good yung mga documentaries doon. Those are example of written and oral presentation. Siyempre, they are going to write it first bago na ibalabas sa television which will become now an oral report. Okay? So, siyempre, paano nila ginagawa yun? They are going to a certain place. Let's say, for example, they are going to study or to look for the culture of a certain tribe. Okay? Kung Manobo tribe man yan, pupunta sila sa lugar na may Manobo tribe. They are going to observe for it, investigate on it, okay, for a week long or a month long man yan, okay, but they are going to observe and investigate, okay, para may ma-report sila. So meaning that will be factual. Okay, all of the things that they are going to say and they are going to write, okay, will all be factual based on the evidences upon observing and investigating. Okay, so that is report. Okay, so that is writing a report. Now we are going to tackle about the types and characteristics of a various reports. Okay, so what are those types and characteristics ng mga various reports? So we have two main types of reports, no, namely si formal report tsaka si informal report. Let us first focus on formal report. Okay, so formal report, so ano ang kanyang definition? So would you mind to read what is the definition of a formal report? Kindly read Regine.
Formal report. It is a complex account written or oral that uses formal and structured language and is usually applied in major projects and organizations.
Okay, so thank you. Pag sa formal report from the word itself, syempre formal. So that's why it must use formal and structured languages. Okay, syempre not those languages which is Canto words. Okay, so syempre it must be formal. Number one is the language, it must be structured. So formal report will be written or oral pa din. And usually applied sa mga major projects and organizations. So yung formal report natin, it has characteristics. It has characteristics. It must be informational, analytical, and recommendatory. Okay, so those characteristics of a formal report, it must be informational, it must be analytical, as well as recommendatory. Okay, so when it comes to informational, syempre from the word itself, informational, syempre the purpose is to inform. Okay, so to present results, information, and updates, and syempre i-explain. So informational lang siya, the purpose is to inform. So examples ng informational or being informational formal report, number one is attendance reports. Okay, so you're going to inform lang. Okay, so you're going to present the results lang about the attendance. Okay, so ano na ba nangyayari sa attendance? Attendance reports. The annual budget reports. Okay, you are going to inform your company or your colleagues, no, kung ano ba yung annual budget reports. And lastly is the monthly financial reports. Diba, kung meron kang annual budget reports, syempre meron ka rin monthly financial reports. Okay, so those are to inform your colleagues, to inform your your boss, okay, no, your leader. Okay, so that's it. So informational siya. Pag analytical naman, syempre from the word itself, analytical, syempre it must analyze. Okay, so it should present, analyzes, and draws conclusion from reports and shows the why and the how of an occurrence. Okay? So, kay analytical naman, dapat i-analyze mo or dapat yung pagkipresent, it must have analyzation from a conclusion. Diba, let's say for example, you have conducted through a survey, okay, or an interview. Okay, syempre i-analyze po yun. Okay, so i-analyze mo yung naging conclusion mo with that interview. Okay, and then ipapakita mo kung paano ba or kung bakit at paano nangyari yung certain occurrence na yun. Okay, that is analytical. Okay, not just merely informational, no? But it is analytical, mag-analyze ka na. Okay, papaano at bakit ba nangyari yung bagay na yon? Base doon sa kinandak mo na survey or interview. Okay, so that is analytical. So examples of this are scientific research. Okay, so what are those scientific research? There are a lot of scientific research, di ba? When it comes to medicine, to vaccine, okay, so all of those are analytical. Siyempre, you are analyzing it. Feasibility reports as well is under this, no? So feasibility reports, no, most common sa mga business. Okay, so feasibility reports, no, para siyang thesis, para siyang research. Okay, so for those business fields. And then employee appraisal as well. Okay, so it must be analytical. Siyempre, employee appraisals, no, siyempre, factors to consider dyan is the performance. No, i-analyze mo yung performance ng mga employee mo. Okay, that is analytical report. Next is the recommendatory. Okay, so from the word itself, recommendatory, it must recommend. Okay, so it presents recommendation based on the results and conclusion. Okay, so let's say for example, you are doing your report and then you have conducted a survey or an interview. Siyempre, with that survey and an interview of yours, you must come up with the results, okay, and findings, no? Pagkakaroon ka ng results and conclusions. So out of that conclusions and results of yours, you must have a recommendation. Dapat meron ka na i-recommend, meron ka suggestion, meron ka solution, or even suggestion or recommendation, no, about dun sa natuklasan mo, about dun sa results and conclusions, no, na nakuha mo by collecting the data or by having an interview or survey. No, dapat you must come up with a recommendation or suggestion. Okay, so through a report. So that is recommendatory. Okay, so recommendatory report, formal report siya. Okay, example of course, syempre, recommendation report. Okay, so yun yung example na, no? A recommendation report. Okay, let's say for example, natuklasan mo na maganda gawin itong ganitong bagay. Okay, so you are going to write a recommendation report para i-recommend yun for to a certain tawag dito, a certain person, no, kung kanino man. Okay, kung tungkol yan sa tawag dito, industry, okay, so makakatulong yan sa ganito, pwede mo ibigay doon sa city engineer ninyo. So that's it. So that is a recommendatory or recommendation report. So that is formal report. So now, and its characteristic, informational, analytical, and recommendatory. Okay? So next is the informal report. So informal report naman, syempre, so it will be less formal. Okay? So sa informal report, it communicates, updates information using free-flowing, casual, and short formats, usually about routines and everyday business. So sa informal report naman, syempre, it will be less formal. So usually lang doon siyang ginagamit sa mga routines tsaka sa mga everyday businesses. Okay? So casual lang siya tsaka short formats. So what are examples of informal report? Meron tayong progress report. Feasibility report then can be under it. So depende sa feasibility. Literature review. So literature reviews natin, let's say for example, you are going to look for a certain theory. Okay, so that theory, i-connect mo sa study mo, sa research, no? You have a research yata. So ganun yung mga literature review natin, the chapter 2, no? So you are going to look for literatures and then you have to link, or you have to look for its connection, no, or relevance to your research study. So that is literature review in a form of synthesis. Meron din tayong personal evaluation. Okay, yung pag-evaluate ng mga personnel natin. Okay, so all of those are informal report. As well as the report on sales. Okay, what are the sales for the report? What are the report for the sales for this month? Okay, all of those are informal report. Okay, so progress report nandito din. So those reports such as card or report card, okay, book report, okay, all of those will be under this informal report. Okay, so again, those are the two types of report. So formal lang tsaka informal report. So formal report has three characteristics, which is analytical, informational, and recommendatory. Okay? Next is the basic structures of report. I think this is the last slide. So, basic structures of report. So, ang basic structures of report natin parang ring niyang research, di ba? Ang research has chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So, namely the problem and its background, the review of related literature, the research design and methodology. Chapter 4 is the data interpretation and analysis. And chapter 5 rather, chapter 4 pala yun. Chapter 5 rather is the results and discussions. No? So, ganun din ang basic structures of report. Okay, so kung may title page ang research, ganun din ang report. May title page din siya. That's the first thing. Masama title page. Second is an abstract. Ganun din sa research, may abstract din. Sa report, there is an abstract din. So, ano nakapaloob sa abstract? Nakapaloob sa abstract is the summary. No, the summary of your report. Okay, so the summary of your entire report, nasa abstract yon. Third is the list of figures and table. Okay, so there must be a list of figures and table. Okay, so yung listahan nun. So para siyang, parang what I call this one? Parang table of contents, yun. Table of contents ng mga figures and tables na ilalagay mo. Okay, kasi nga, di ba, meron kang mga survey, meron kang mga questionnaires, okay, meron kang ginawang interviews. Syempre, para ma-manifest yun dun sa report mo, para mailagay sa report mo, syempre it should be shown through graphs, tables, through charts, okay, para mas madali maintindihan. Let's say, for example, out of 100 persons that you have surveyed, okay, 30% of this said this one, 40% said this one, so there must be, or there should be a chart, okay, or even a graph or table, no, para mas presentable siya. So, meron pa rin tayo introduction, body, at conclusion pagdating sa report. Okay, so introduction, sa body, and conclusion. So, the latter part naman, we are going to this one, to dig deeper, no, with all these basic structures. This is just an intro, no, an intro to reports. Okay, so introduction, body, conclusion. Siyempre, upon having your interview, survey, man yan, or anything na kinandak mo para sa iyong report, okay, siyempre, you are going to have your conclusion. Okay, syempre meron kang results eh. Then you are going to conclude with that results of yours and findings of yours. So after that conclusion of yours, syempre dapat meron kang recommendation. Okay, there must be a recommendation or suggestion about your topic. Okay, and then we have references. So sa references natin, ito yung mga kinuha mong information that should be listed, okay, properly and in accordance or accordingly. So let's say for example, kumuha ka sa internet, no? Kumuha ka sa internet ng article. Okay, kumuha ka sa internet ng article para mag-sample dito. So hindi mo lang ilalagay sa reference yung link. Okay, hindi lang po yung link ha. Ang sinusunod natin is the APA citation. No, the American Psychological Association citation. APA referencing style. Okay, sa APA referencing style, so kapag kumuha ka ng article online, okay, hindi pa pwedeng ilagay mo lang doon sa reference mo, CTTO, credits to the owner. So, hindi natin yun nilalagay. Okay, so the owner must be credited accordingly. Okay, through APA citation style or referencing style. So, paano yun? So, for example, kumuha ka ng, article sa internet or sa internet, ang una mo ilalagay is the author. Yun yung pinakauna sa reference mo. Yung author muna nung kinuha mong article. After that, author followed by the year published. Okay, yung year published, kailan pinublished yung article. Then followed by the title of the article. Okay, after the title of the article, followed by the year, publishing company or the publisher kung meron man, if necessary, may publishing company yon. And then lastly, after the publishing company is the URL or the link. Okay, kapag online. Okay, ganoon kapag article, ganoon din kapag books. Author muna, okay, the year published, the title of the book, okay, the publishing company, okay, and then the URL or the link. Okay, may link kasi online, di ba? Okay, pero kung wala siya, kung hindi siya online, kinuha mo lang siya sa isang article from a reputable newspaper or from a reputable magazine. Okay, so why reputable? Bakit hindi tayo kukuha doon sa mga newspaper or magazine na nabebenta lang kung saan-saan, okay? Because they are subjected to bias, okay? Or even, tawag dito, um, not, they are somehow, no, not credible enough. Okay, that's why doon sa mga reputable magazine or newspaper tayo kumuha ng mga articles, okay? Or journals. Okay, so kapag naman hindi online, ganun lang din naman, type yung author or authors. Okay? So, yung publish or year publish ang kasunod, followed by the title of the book or title of the article, then the publishing company, if any, okay, kung meron man, and then that's it. No need for you to write the URL kasi walang URL yon. Okay? Kasi nga kumuha kayo out of the online world. Okay? So, walang page number. So, bakit walang page number? Kung makikita natin sa ibang references, may page number. Okay? Kasi gumagamit sila ng MLA style, the Modern Language Association. But we are going to use the APA, okay, which is most recommended when it comes to education. Okay, the American Psychological Association. Okay, so that is APA style ang gagamitin natin when it comes to referencing. Okay, so ganun din siya kapag dating sa mga pag maraming authors. Okay, so if I still remember, pag maraming authors, let's say for example kapag dalawa mga unang authors, let's say for example Reyes and Salandanan. Okay, so Reyes and Salandanan. Okay, dapat yung and nila mas maganda naka-ampersand. Alam natin yung ampersand, di ba? Yung kapalit ng end, na parang letter S. Okay, so naka-ampersand yun. Reyes and Salandanan, comma, kung may year man 2002. Okay, so parehas yung naka-close and open parenthesis sa inside sila nun. Na close and open parenthesis. Okay, then followed by the year published. Okay, the title and the year, the publication company. Okay, so ganun siya. Ganun yung APA style of referencing. So kapag marami na, sobrang daming author. Okay, let's say for example, siguro 4 pataas. 4 pataas or siguro, okay, 4 pataas na lang. 4 pataas, ang ilalagay mo lang muna, syempre, di ba, ang dami nila author. Kunwari, 10 silang author, 7. Okay, so i-alphabetical mo muna sila. Okay, kung ang alphabetical mo na una si A, okay, let's say for example, yung A is Almalves. Okay, so Almalves 2002 or Almalves et al. Dapat naka et al na lahat. Almalves, comma, et al. Okay, so ayun na lang siya. So naka et al na lang yung mga kasama niya. And then si Almalves na lang yung nando sa pinakaunahan. Dahil siya yung pinakauna kapag in alphabetical. So siya yung nasa pinakaunahan. Lahat ng kasama niya naka et al na lang. Okay, so kapag sobrang dami ng author. Okay? So, pero ganoon pa rin namang susunod, no? Year publication pa rin, the title and the publishing company. Okay? So, ganoon yung proper referencing style natin, ha? Makikita niyo naman yun sa mga likod ng mga libro nyo. Makikita niyo yun, no? You can look for an examples of it. Okay? So, that is the proper referencing. Next is the appendices. So, appendices natin, di ba meron tayo list of figures and table. Sa appendices natin, ilalagay natin yung mga yun. Okay, yung mga figures tsaka yung tables na yun. Okay, not the list, but the figures and the tables itself. No, nakalagay yun sa appendices. Okay, kung ano, pero nakalagay yung title nila. Kunwari, ito yung figure 1. Okay, table 1 na nakapaloob sa report. No, sa appendices nakalagay din yun. Okay, so kung ano figure to, kung anong table to, okay, para nakasum up siya dun sa appendices. Lahat ng figures and tables na present dun sa report mo. Okay, so para tawag dito, organized siya. Okay, so those are the basic structures of report. So namely, title page, abstract, list of figures and table, introduction, body, conclusions, recommendations, references, and appendices. Okay, so that's it for now para sa introduction for a report. Okay, so let's have this lang. I will show you your activity lang. So, this will serve as your assignment na lang kung di aabot. So, the lesson, andito na rin sa Genyo ninyo, you can access it. You can look for the presentation, you can look for EAPP lesson kinds of report. Okay? So, for your activity, So for your activity, look for EATP, kinds of report activity, second quarter. So preview natin, wala na yung password, no? So take quiz natin. Bibigyan lang ko instruction. So hindi nyo yan card, don't you worry. Okay, first, identify the following reports and describe them according to purpose and structure. Write your answers in your notebook. First, report. The SF9 or School Form 9 or a report card. Okay, so with this report card, syempre anong gagawin nyo? Ipa-find out nyo lang what is the purpose ng report card at ano yung structure niya. Okay, observe nyo muna yung report card. Sa tingin nyo ano yung purpose niya? Para saan ba ang report card? Para saan ba to? Ilalagay nyo lang dito yung reason. Okay, so pakilagay sa sagot niyo kung purpose ba siya or structure. Okay, so sa purpose, ilalagay ko ano yung purpose nitong report. And then sa structure naman, no, upon observing it, so what is the structure of the report? It was written narratively ba? There are numbers ba? There are tables ba? Okay, so how it was written. Okay, so yung structure mismo, paano siya sinulat. Okay, yung purpose is kung ano yung purpose, no? Ano yung dahilan, ano yung tawag dito, effect nito. So with number 2, dalawang item lang to, no? So 10 points, bale, 5 points each. Dito naman sa pangalawa, book report. Book report sample. Ganun din. Ano ba yung purpose ng book report? Okay, so saan ba ito makakatulong? So sa structure din, okay, meron bang tables dito? Ano ba siya sinulat? Narrative din ba siya? Ilang paragraphs ba siya? Okay, so ganun lang siya. Okay, so it's just merely observing. Okay, you are just going to have an observation with these two reports and then you're going to write what have you observed about the purpose and its structure. So is that clear? Kindly hit the thumbs up button niya kung clear tayo sa activity na yan. Okay, that's good. Okay, before we end this, or bago matapos tong Zoom meeting, so you can now do your activity, no? But reminder lang for the for your task that will be submitted on Sunday, on or before Sunday. Okay, so please, no, kindly do it. Okay, so wala nang magpapasa ng late. So para maayos, para hindi na makaligtaan, hindi yung maghahabol tayo sa dulo. Okay, so position paper, again, submission will be on Sunday. Once the Zoom meeting has ended, no need for you to rejoin. Okay, you may now do your activity. Okay, so if you have questions, sa chat box na lang. Okay, so you may now start. Again, na attendance link nasa chat box.